Hello guys, welcome to episode 8. Episode 8 is already upon us, and please make sure you go subscribe to the YouTube and the iTunes, as well as all our social medias, to definitely keep up to date with all the new adverts. I've said adverts, I meant content. It's already started off to a brilliant start.
Excellent.
And I can't wait. But obviously, I always have my dad with me. How you doing, Dad? I'm now
good.
taking it on as my show now.
I know.
It's me. It's all me.
It's like son. It's not like father, like son. It's
I think we should do a
like
spin-off
son.
one, like Son.
Like son.
So obviously you've been, as many of the listeners will know, and we are going to go back to this topic because I think it's a big one, because it's not that far away now, and that is the Edinburgh Marathon.
Yes. It's something like, I don't know, 35 days away or something. And I want to give a bit of an update because I feel people are on the edge of their seats.
I'm going to be honest, I can't wait for this to be over.
Right. What?
Because it's annoying me. It genuinely is. It's just I've got an update.
Yeah, I think
I've
annoying...
never heard anybody actually really want to know
Yeah,
about
I understand why it's annoying you. It's because I'm doing a heroic thing and you just sitting on your lardy all day. You're just like sitting on your blooming sofa, just like, oh, my dad's actually a very good man and I don't know if I could ever be as good as him. That was a good impression of you.
Well, because I've got a Scottish accent. Yeah. Right on the money, mate.
So, on last Monday, yeah?
Yep.
I don't know when you're listening to this podcast, but last Monday, I did...
Right.
I did 20 miles. I can see you looking at me. I did 19.7 miles. 19.7. Oh, you little... Can I just say, words came out of my mouth in that last mile that I'm not proud of.
So, correct me if I'm wrong.
You're wrong. Let's move on.
You've still got 6 miles to go. So, like, that, and then 6 miles.
Yeah. See, I'm going to finish it, and I'm going to finish the whole thing, and you're going to be like,
but I'm not sure you will finish it.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but have you still got... No, I've got nothing left to do, you little weasel. No, I've come into this very aggressive, I'll be honest with you.
What has happened
I
here?
don't know.
We are literally 2 minutes in, and you've called me a weasel.
No, honestly, no jokes. All week I've been a bit tired. Like, even your mum said to me...
Yeah,
you're
20
a bit
miles
off with
mate.
me. Yeah, exactly. I did 20 miles and I just feel knackered. Are you allowed to use that word? There it is. Knackered.
Yeah, no, it's weasel that I was offended by. It wasn't knackered, was it? It was weasel.
What about a knackered weasel? Would that be... Let's move on.
Yeah.
But two little things to say on the update. One is that I kind of like lay some... provisions, some energy drinks, etc., along the path. Yeah,
that is so sad. Now, for anyone that's listening, is that basically what he's done, and this is literally just news to me as well, but I'm guessing what he's done is that he's walked round the course that he's going to run already and it almost made it like an Easter hunt. And he's put like a little Red Bull on the side so he can crack that one open.
Seriously.
When he can see all the... And in his head, I can already see it, in his head, that's, you know in the actual marathons and like in the actual Olympics, and that's people handing them drinks.
Yeah.
That's what's happening in your head.
Absolutely, thought of it.
Thank you so much.
Even
There's nobody there.
Thanks, Mo. Because Mo Farah's going to watch me do it.
When actually you've put a can of Red Bull in a branch somewhere.
Can I just say, don't drink Red Bull. It does your head in.
It doesn't give you wings.
Doesn't give you wings.
I'll tell you that for a fact.
So what? The two things to say. One is, somebody nicked one of my bottles.
Yeah.
Somebody.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, 65 pence bottle of water, mate. 60. That's all it costs.
That's the world we live in.
Drink it out of tap, buddy. Don't nick my bottle of water.
I can't believe you walked round.
I didn't walk round.
Strategically placed
Idiot. I dropped them off.
Oh, that's another
I drove
mile.
and...
Oh, my
ridiculous.
days, you've driven as well.
Oh, yeah,
this
drove.
gets even better.
No, you drive and you drop them off. Everybody does it.
But you're acting as if this is Formula One and you've got to do like your first, your qualifying lap. It's not. It doesn't work like that. Just run.
But the second
Put
thing,
it in a bag and run.
Put it in a bag and run. What are you, like a Sainsbury's bag? Just running with that knocking against your legs for 20 miles.
Oh, that would hurt.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking more. Just have a rucksack. Like people manage to do it absolutely fine when they're hiking.
A rucksack. You're running for 20. You're running for 20 miles and you keep on banging your head on that mic. And the first time you did it, I tried to be professional. I tried to be professional and not mention it.
I've banged
Second
my head
time,
twice.
you've no chance, mate. You're banging your head on the mic. Try not to.
It's my
headphones. What I mean? I'm running 20 miles. How about you try not to bang your head on a mic?
It's because my headphones make my head a lot bigger than I'm like used to.
Oh, right.
So I keep hitting it.
So anyway, if I can move on to my second update in the marathon, is that one of the other things I had to do was because it is a long way, and I had to take one of these gels. Well, I'd left the gel out. It was a little bit of a sunny day, so gels. Right, we're going to move into territory right now that could get us into all kinds of trouble. But let's try and stay focused.
When do we not?
Exactly, gels. They're gloopy. Right? Do you get what I mean? This sort of thick. And so it had been in the sun. So not only was it gloopy, but it was warm. And so you're running, and I'm just...
Yeah, but you're acting... you're acting as if this is, you've left your...
disgusting.
You've gone to Tesco's and you've left your Ben and Jerry's out for a bit. It's a gel that's supposed to make you give you energy. It's not going to be nice, is it?
It's not. It's definitely not nice.
That's the third time. That's the third time
I've battered your head on the mic. I'm loving that. But no, mate, honestly, even thinking of it now is making me feel ill. And you're running. I'd run by that point. I'd run 14 miles, and I've got this. It's warm. It's gloopy. I'm like, seriously, I want to throw up. It's like baby food.
Did you throw it up?
Have you ever eaten baby food?
Well, yeah, when I was a baby. That's what I'd normally.
Right. That's a good answer, really. I mean, there's not a lot I can say to
Pretty
that.
sure. We can ask Mum when we get back.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure I might have had a few tubs. Of the.
It's not tubs,
the
jars. What are you saying? I mean, who sells it in tubs? I mean, baby food in tubs. What are you on about?
Hey, there's a market there for that.
Yeah.
So you've obviously been feeling sick about that. Now, obviously, they're your updates. I've actually had an update of myself, even though I'm not running it.
Oh.
Now, so obviously, again, when this podcast comes out, hopefully whenever you're listening.
Well, you're going to say, hopefully you'll listen. I mean, they are listening if they've got it on.
No.
If they've not got it on, that's a wasted
Stop making
sentence.
me sound like a stupid. I'm saying that if you're listening to this, obviously, very close to the release date, then this will make a bit more sense. If you're not, then I'm just letting you know that it was the London Marathon not that long ago.
Yeah, like a week ago.
Yeah, so I've got a friend whose friend ran in it.
Okay.
And so obviously you've had a few problems, haven't you?
Yeah.
With your nipples, with your legs.
We're mentioning it, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you've had a few. You've had a few problems. So this friend of a friend ran the marathon, and basically got to the end.
To the end, fine.
Next couple of days, realised that a big toe really hurting.
Big toe hurting. Oh, this is not going to.
Went to the doctors. Has to get plastic surgery on their toe because it's basically it's literally coming off.
You are joking.
And I'm just saying.
Oh no.
When I'm sitting in A&E going, I told you, son. I told you not to do it.
Oh no. I don't know. Like, to lose a big toe is bad. To lose a nipple.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Is it's like, oh, your friend lost their big toe. That's really bad, isn't it? Oh, did your dad actually? Yeah, he lost his left nipple.
He lost his left nipple.
I don't think people are gonna. Yeah, It's not a serious topic, is it? Oh, I'm so sorry. Like, what do you actually say to someone
That
losing a
is-
nipple?
Wow, is that a true story? The old
No,
left...
I've made it up.
Right. So the
Yeah,
left-
no, it is true. It's true.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm kind of wanted to put a bit of panic into you.
Wow.
So when you're running, just say goodbye to your toes, because it could be the last time you ever really run.
I think, can I just say, I think you can do the marathon without losing your toes, though, because quite a lot of people did.
No, I mean, obviously,
It was really hot.
99.9%.
It was really hot at the marathon. I mean, that's the other thing. I mean, okay.
It's in
I'm
Edinburgh,
doing
mate.
it.
I think the weather. I think you more need to stop from falling over because there's that much rain on the tarmac. I was going to say tarmac.
Tarmac, because the whole thing's tarmac. What
Yeah.
world do you live in? Oh, dear.
Right. Okay. We've been very backwards and forwards, and I love it. So I mean, and this is what I wanted to say as well, is that we've had a few complaints, to be honest.
We've
about
had
Like
some
Five
complaint,
Eleven.
right?
And it's, granted, if you listen to episode 7, I actually came clean about some of my issues with the English language.
Yes.
And, I got laughed at quite heavily. And,
Yes.
it was a terrible time for me, which I've had to get over. But some of the ones that kind of went a bit unnoticed are starting
Oh.
to come out.
Oh.
And they're not actually to do with me.
Oh. Well, this is taking a turn. I have no idea what you're going to say right now.
So I think it was in the, we're going to call it the nipple episode.
Oh,
Which I believe was episode 6.
right.
You kept on saying the word Vaseline when it's actually Vaseline. Now, I've obviously had quite a lot of people tell me this,
Right.
and I've started to realise that you do actually say quite a lot of words actually really quite weirdly. Now, obviously, the Scottish accent, cool, we get it, you talk a bit like a weirdo anyway.
Right.
But there
Sorry
are
to
just-
all our Scottish listeners. Sorry about that.
All
Like that
three of them.
mild racism. Sorry about that. Yeah.
But you do say a few words, and I was just wondering if we could run them by. So one of them is just the very simple word of water. You really struggle with that because you go American all of a sudden. Excuse me, son, can I have a water? That is actually how you say it.
Do I?
Go on. Say,
Right. Okay. So I was needing to use some water.
All right, you've really got...
This is what's that?
Oh, you've tried to make this backfire on me as much as you possibly could. I could see the strain in your face when you were like, I've got to say this
No,
right.
I do. I have to come clean. I come clean. Water. Do you get it?
Yep,
Yeah.
we're editing that out.
Yeah. No, I have to, be honest and say.
And the other
I
one
do
is...
say the word water a little bit weird.
And it's all with this one, you just kind of rush it. You just say chocolate, but you just kind of go chocolate. Now some chocolate.
It's because I'm so desperate for it. I can't bother messing around with the whole word. Just get to the end. Just give me some chocolate. Chocolate.
But you do, and so anyway, so I was speaking to one of my really good friends, and she wants a request because apparently Scottish people can't say this word. Well, it's not a word; it's a name.
Right.
Now I don't know if you've ever heard of this person, to
Okay.
be honest, because you're not really down with the kids.
Right.
And also, if you could stop playing with your little
Zip. Oh, is that?
because it's
people hear that?
frustrating. Yeah.
Okay.
People can hear that.
I wonder
and
if
it's
they can hear it
frustrating.
as much as they can hear you thumping your head against the mic.
Oh, we are professional here, I
Yeah.
promise you. So he's a rapper, and it's Jay-Z.
Jay-Z, I know him. New York.
I really wish I had. This goes on very nicely.
But we get copyright for that. 'Cause I just-
Potentially, actually. And
okay, we need to stop.
so, can you just say it once more for me?
Jay-Z.
You've actually said that really well, and so my friend's been
Yeah.
like, "Oh no, you won't be able to say it."
Yeah, Jay-Z.
And she's made me look like an idiot.
Come,
and that's
come
great.
at me with your anti-Scottish rants, yeah?
That was weird. And the other one is that brings me on to a very nice story actually. Of I remember going down to London and we were outside the Arsenal stadium for some reason.
Yeah.
And basically you turned to me and you went, "Jordan, have you ever heard of a rapper called Storm?" And I was like, "What are you on about?" And I was like, please tell me you're not talking about Stormzy, Dad."
Oh.
And
I was.
he was talking about Stormzy, guys.
Yeah.
My dad likes Stormzy.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird. It's
Yeah.
weird.
I don't like, just to say, I don't like all these swear words. I mean, I'm not a fan of that. I am a dad. And I am sounding very much like a dad right now.
You sound so old.
Yeah.
You're
right.
boring me.
Yeah. Okay, well, I have a little story. Can I tell you? Made the news recently.
Okay.
Is that there's a couple up north somewhere, and they went into Morrison's to buy some meat pies. And it was before 9 a.m., and the lady behind the counter says, I'm sorry, you can buy fruit pies before 9 a.m., but you can't buy meat pies until after 9 a.m. This couple went ballistic. They were like properly going crazy. They got in touch with the newspaper. It made the headline news because they couldn't have a meat pie before 9 a.m.
I mean, this story screams a lot of things.
It screams a lot.
Like, do you get addicted to pork pies? That it's got to be, I've got to get a pork pie
you're saying
before
pork
9
pie. I said meat pie.
Okay, meat pie.
Yeah. Well, no, they're very different, aren't they?
Also, as well, is the news up in the north that boring that this is? We're gonna have to run with it, Terry.
Well, they've really kicked up a fuss. They've really kicked up a fuss, and they've ended up Morrison's have had to say sorry, and they're now serving meat pies before 9.
What, for nobody to buy?
Yeah,
them?
and the guy was like saying, the guy that was on the telly and everything, moaning about it, he was says, "Oh, Morrison's have got an agenda. They've got an agenda." Like, sorry, what? How are they taking the world down? By, I mean that's some philosophy of life, that we are going to take the world down and we will do it by selling meat pies after 9 a.m.
I think it's more the fact of they can't be bothered to put the oven on early in the morning because nobody buys them.
Well, would you eat?
Is that an agenda?
Would you eat a meat pie before 9?
Well, I mean, well, it depends. If you've been up all night, then.
Well, obviously. Say you're
I love the way that we are just trying to pick any hole.
Yeah, if you're a normal person, you wake up.
I mean, I'm not a really big fan of them any. Like, I mean, well, some of the stuff they do in Greg's is, is top drawer, but I'm not. No, I'm not really a. Oh, Morrison's. Let's get a. Meat pie.
I mean, do you want some cornflakes? Oh, there's cornflakes, Rice Krispies, a bit of grapefruit, or do you want a meat pie? It's like a meat pie. How's that going to start you for the day?
And like normally I have like gravy with mine and some chips and some in it. It's not a breakfast.
That's not a breakfast meal.
It's not a breakfast.
Not a breakfast
It's not a
meal.
breakfast.
But it did then make me think, have you ever like really, really wanted something where I personally think that couple have been very unreasonable.
Yeah.
But have you ever got to the point where you are actually being a little bit unreasonable? You just really want something and you just wanted it to the point where...
Anytime I'm hungry.
Yeah, no, you are like that, I have to say.
Right, yep, cheers.
No,
it started off as a joke.
Yeah, no, but you get hangry, very hangry. Be honest, don't you?
I potentially might get hangry.
Potentially. I mean, you would push children out the way to get to food. You would. See, when you're hungry, you are a nightmare. I mean, if you can't get a pizza in your mouth in 6 or 7 seconds, anyone in your way gets the evils. It's bad.
There has been a few moments, granted. But as long as I'm well fed.
I'll tell you my one little weakness. I've only got one, and it's a double sausage and egg McMuffin.
Oh
no.
My days.
Every now and again, I just get it for it. I just think...
Sorry, I can't believe you just said that.
I do. I've got to have one. And honestly, and I get muddled because... No, listen, this is important.
Do you want a double or a single?
No, give me a double, mate. The thing is... No, because sometimes they stop serving them at 10 and sometimes they stop serving them at 10:30.
I think it's a universal... Now, don't get me wrong. I actually might be wrong. But I thought it was just a universal time that McDonald's just stopped doing breakfast. And I thought that was 10:30.
Really?
Because I don't think they'll stop in, Leicestershire. They're doing it at 10.
Oh, in Bristol. They like a good 10:45.
Exactly. I don't think it's that.
Oh, right.
I think it might just be 10:30. But I always get confused as well. Because sometimes I think, is it 10? Is it 11?
Oh, mate, once 10:15 wanted a sausage and egg McMuffin, driving to McDonald's, and I was honestly, I was thinking, oh no, I think it's 10. I think it's 10. I was like, I got myself in a right state. I mean, that's the thing. The thing is, I really do feel in that moment, if they'd said, oh, sorry, mate, we've stopped serving breakfast, I feel like completely
I'd have broken down.
unreasonably, I would have kicked off. Security would have had to take me out at McDonald's.
Well, I think you'd have done two things. It would have only swung two ways, and they're both just the extremes. This
Yeah.
is what it would have been. It's either you just sitting in your
Sitting and you're crying?
Yeah,
oh,
brilliant.
Great.
You'd have just been sitting in your car, just sobbing uncontrollably, or you'd have really tried to go for somebody, like really grabbing the guy over the counter.
I don't want a Big Mac. I want a... Give me the egg. Get me the egg.
Did you try? So, did you try the So you know recently how they did the Big Mac, and you know they did like the Grande and they did the small one. Did you
I
try
didn't
that?
get involved in that.
No, so
I literally only go to McDonald's for the breakfast. If it didn't exist at any other time, I'd be happy with it.
okay, fair enough. But a few of my friends anyway, so we all, it was a bit of a classic thing of this is how sad our lives get, is that we all kind of went and got one of the Big Macs.
The big ones.
And one of my friends was like, that's really disappointing. And I was like, it's just bigger. It's not going to taste any different.
Yeah, that is
And
a
it
little
is-
bit.
yeah, I know, but I wanted it to really wow me. And I was like, it's just a bigger burger. Like it's just a slightly bigger portion. That's all it
Exactly.
is.
It's not as if it's going to change taste.
Yeah, exactly, Tim. Oh, I've
You've
I've
name
named
dropped.
him. I've named him.
Listen, so I know we've got to move on, but do you think that that couple both have got meat pie rage? I mean, if they both, that's how they married. They probably met in some kind of protest against pies not being sold at 9. I mean, it's a bit unusual that
It's
both of
niche.
them are in
It's
the
very
same.
niche.
Yes, we just think alike. We knew that we loved each other when that Morrison lady said you can't have your meat pie till 9.
I genuinely can't believe this is made news, and the fact that that's actually
about it way too
I know
long.
that's a problem in this
But
world.
I think it's time for sport.
But don't worry, guys. It's a sports section with a twist.
Oh, it is.
So for everyone that's gone, the
Whoa.
sports section, hey,
It's
we're
kind
gonna.
of basically sports section without sport. That's what the twist is.
We're obviously getting a lot of feedback that the sports section. So we're trying to make the sports section least sporty.
Less sporty would have been better, but
Yeah.
So Arsene Wenger. So for those that are not sports fans,
Do not react.
Yeah.
We're just setting it up,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
we're gonna get to the good bit.
So he has been the manager of Arsenal,
Which is a football club. Do not react.
He's been the manager of Arsenal for about 1,000 years, right?
22.
Yeah, and he's going to quit at the end of the season.
Hallelujah.
A lot of people excited about that. Some people quite sad. Now, Bob Wilson, who used to be a goalkeeper, we're sorry.
That
Don't
is-
react. And he used to be a goalkeeper for Arsene Wenger, and then he was a coach for Arsene Wenger. And he said this on TV. He said, Arsene Wenger is one of the 3 greatest men I've ever met.
Which is an absolute lie.
No, I think he really means that. Arsene Wenger was there for him through some difficult times, and you need
Yeah.
to back down.
He's not a great man, though, is he?
Yeah, he is obviously to Bob. He is. Bob thinks
for
he's
the
a
last
great
10
man.
last 10 seasons, he's won 2 FA Cups. Great man. isn't he?
Great. It's not always about winning football stuff. We're getting into sport now.
Let's not get into sport.
So I want to ask you, who's 3 great men that you would really like to meet? So, great question. What name one then? I've got 3. What would be your 3? 3 great men that you would like to meet.
I think yours are. I think they're going to surprise you. To start off with.
Okay. Give
And
me
the-
number 1 then.
Is probably the one that's going to surprise you the most. Is Terry Wogan.
I honestly, that pause was not because I was scratching my nose. That was, I nearly said bum then. Why would I say that?
Yep.
It's like, I genuinely am gobsmacked at that. Terry Wogan.
Yeah. Do you know how much he's done for like TV and radio?
Oh, right. Well,
Like he's an
take that
absolute
one.
legend in the field, and I'd want to go and I mean I can't, but I would, I've loved to have been able to meet him and pick his brains about some of that stuff.
That's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I feel a little bit chastised.
I can't believe that you've
Oh,
shouted
right.
at me
I've
like
got
that.
to change my 3 because Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck don't look quite as impressive anymore. Terry Wogan, you've taken that into a proper grown-up conversation. Oh, God bless you, Terry. God bless you, Terry. That's good, though, mate. That's good. Right, my first one, Ewan McGregor. He's a great actor, and I just love his accent.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, for a second I didn't know who he was, and then I've remembered. Sorry.
He's been in quite a lot of films.
Yeah,
and
I only know him in the Star Wars, though, really.
Yeah, no, he has been in loads of films, and Moulin Rouge, and loads of other stuff. And basically, I don't know why you're looking at me like that.
Is that one of your favourite films?
No, it's not. But he is a great man, and
Okay.
I don't know why, but he just
Because
comes
he's
over.
Scottish.
He is Scottish, and he's got one of the best Scottish accents. He was in Train Spotting, and I just think he's probably a really cool guy to have a curry with. I don't know why. I've got no backing for that, but I just think he would be. What's your second one?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please do not, and I repeat, do not react. It is Sir Alex Ferguson, who, again, don't react, is as a football manager. I just think that he's the greatest of all time. And to actually just see how he would manage. I've taken this really seriously.
Very seriously.
I've taken this quite seriously.
Wow. Terry Wogan, Alex Ferguson. I mean, he's Scottish as well.
Yeah, I just would love to see, like, I'd just love to be on his coaching staff, just to see how he, like, handles, like, David Beckham and...
Yeah, no, he was a genius. There's no doubt in that. He's a genius.
And also to see him throwing stuff at players. I think that'd be quality.
Yeah, he has been known to throw the odd.
He's lost his temper a few times. Let's
just say that. Oh, Alex, you sit yourself down. You're getting yourself all in a bother. Yeah. Right, my second one is actually don't react. Sorry, this has turned a bit more sporty than we anticipated.
But do not react.
Do not react. Brian Clough.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I very similar reasons to what you've just said. Very good manager. Just a bit unusual and a bit. Ooh, that is. Ooh.
It is quite a Nottingham thing. Is if you're especially on a Wednesday night. And only if you're in Nottingham. I'm sorry, this is quite a niche thing. But Wednesday night, there's like a bar crawl that goes round for like one of the unis, and it just is the thing that you just go get a picture with his statue, and and you can just guarantee that so many of them don't know who he is, and you can just see him posing,
getting pictures with Brian.
And it's just a thing. I don't know why.
Interesting.
But,
yeah. So what's your third one then?
This is a bit.
No.
So it's Dermot O'Leary.
Wow, you've gone way down the broadcasting kind of.
Well, I just think like he's the nicest. Like he just looks like one of the nicest guys you could ever meet. Yeah. And I just think like I don't know. I read his autobiography like last year or something, and he just like he's just a cool guy, and he's just like. Yeah,
quite interesting.
I've taken this way too. I feel a bit
I feel like I'm having a chat with like a headmaster or something. I just like a little bit of light banter, and you've been like, "Damn it, lady, he's probably one of the guys that I look up to the most of my whole life. I'd really like to be like him. Grow up." So mine now. I'm taking mine a bit serious now as well. Ewan McGregor, Brian Clough, and Martin Luther King. Sorry. I mean, can you imagine those three in a lift together? I mean, what would that be like? Mark Ritchie, Ewan McGregor, Brian Clough, and Martin Luther King.
I can just imagine they're all talking about something like, some political thing, and you're all just, anybody want a coffee? Hey!
That would be my
I'm
role.
not a big fan of lifts, I'm going to be honest with you, Ewan.
Martin, you had any good dreams lately, Martin?
I was literally about to say that. You literally beat me to
it. No, I think imagine saying that to him. Hey, have you had a dream? I like your first one, eh? Was great we dream that. No, he was a great communicator. Yeah, and and some of his speeches, I've listened to them and they're inspiring. They are hair on the back of your neck. Kind of stand up.
Yeah, can I get a? Oh, I forgot.
You're going for a fourth one. Is it going to be as funny as the first three? Because they were hilarious.
Well,
and then Jimmy Young radio too. And then I quite blooming. We start doing local radio in a minute. There's a guy called Martin Davidson who does Lincolnshire Loyal. Lincolnshire Lloyd.
No, I would. I might get a little bit of hate for this guy because he's a controversial
please.
guy.
Oh.
It's Russell Brand. I just think he would. He would. I just like to sit down and just listen to his
he
crazy
is a
stories.
fascinating person. He has got a lot going on. Yeah.
And I just like to sit and just listen to all of his mental stories.
Yeah.
Because I just think they'd just be hilarious.
No, he would,
And he's just
that
done
would be
some stuff
fun.
in his
It would
life.
be fun and fascinating. I'm not. But I mean, you know,
Yeah,
you
let's
wouldn't
just-
want. Let's just say you wouldn't want to take your kids in.
Well, luckily
Just-
enough, I don't have any. So
Oh, that's a relief.
glad that's had to be confirmed on a podcast, isn't it? Jordan
stuff.
has no kids.
Well, as we are heading our way to one place only.
Oh,
And
good.
can I just say that we've had a lot of feedback about a lot of the sections on the podcast. We've not had one piece of feedback.
I don't think people make it to this bit. Like, I genuinely think people go, "Oh, it's a dad quote. Oh, actually,
No, I think
I'm
people
all
don't.
right."
So I enjoyed doing it last time, where I kind of say most of it, and then you get the last word incredibly wrong. And I think our listeners who've not given us any feedback on it, but I'm sure in their hearts,
don't bother emailing.
Yeah. So basically, I'm going to do it again, and you're going to get the last word.
Good.
But this is a good quote, right? So, you ready? Think. Try.
I
and-
had
yeah.
that.
I had a headache. Now here it is. Failure is a bruise, not a
Scar.
no. But
Oh, come
actually,
on.
that is actually a very good answer. In fact, I don't even know if that is better than what I've.
Well,
Oh
I think
no! Wait there. Sorry, everyone. No, failure. Do we want failure to be a scar?
wait. Sorry. Say it again. I've just
Okay.
kind of panicked into saying something, and I don't know if it's right.
Failure is a bruise, not a.
Scar. Yeah, that
You're
makes
gonna-
sense.
it does,
Isn't
it?
it? Is
No.
it like the
Yes.
failure you learn
Yeah.
from it and it comes up?
Yeah, it's good. Mate,
Whereas
I'm
you
not,
don't want
hey,
it to scar you.
Listen, Russell, I'm not. I'm not saying
I'm
it
growing my hair
isn't.
out.
I'm not saying it's not good. I'm just saying it's not right. It's not what. It's
Well,
not.
I don't care if it's
John
right.
Sinclair. He wrote a
Well, he's
quote.
wrong. I'm sorry. He might be one of the greatest philosophers in the world.
I don't
He's
think
wrong.
he is. I don't think he is.
I don't know who he is, but
No, neither do I. Failure is a bruise, not a tattoo.
right. Mine is actually better.
Hold your horses. Well, there's one. There's another dad quote. Hold your horses. No, wait there. Failure is a bruise, not a tattoo.
Well, it's the same thing, isn't it? But a
It
tattoo's
is.
like it's an
So tattoo's permanent. That's what they're trying to
yeah,
say.
yeah, and so is a scar. But also the thing about a scar is right. Here's where it
I
is.
think you have dad quoted me out here.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
You've actually got a better quote.
I genuinely, this is the greatest thing ever. So a tattoo, in my eyes, you kind of ask for it, whereas a scar is from something outside most of the time, out of your sort of.
Yeah. But what they're trying
Hands
to
is
say
what I'm
is
trying to
that
say.
failure's not permanent, right? It's
Yeah.
just a bruise that will go away.
Yeah, and but that's exactly the same
Well,
with a scar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
I think
scars
this is
do
the most
fade a bit.
serious you've ever been. Not only has all your answers been quite serious, but you've actually come up with quite a good quote.
Well, you know what I mean. When I'm selling books and stuff for money, I don't know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, good to stop when
yeah,
you don't know where
good to
you're
stop
going.
before you've gone
Well,
too far.
yeah.
But like, yeah, as in, I mean, scars probably do fade a bit. Like, so some of mine have from when I had appendicitis.
Oh, yeah, right, good. You brought that in.
dunno.
I mean, another sob
getting-
story.
this is
I
getting-
mean, you're
this
getting
is getting
dark,
deep.
mate. I never knew. I thought it was like father, like son, a bit of banter. It's like father, like son. A son begins to open up, and the father begins to counsel him live on air. Son.
Hey, I'm gonna leave you with a dad quote. It's
Oh.
good to live, laugh, and love.
I'm sorry about that, everyone. Genuinely sorry.
And cry.
He'll never be allowed to do that again. He's not.
I don't think I can do the dad quote.
Next time we'll get him laughing. We'll get him happy.
I'm pretty sure that's Kevin Hart's like motto, who is a comedian. So I
Live
just,
life. What? Live life and what?
no, not live life and it's live, laugh, and love.
Live, laugh, and love.
I really want to edit this out. I don't know about you,
Live,
but
laugh, and love. Grow
I'm
up.
struggling. I've gone for it.
Right.
It might not be Kevin.
Well, listen, I
backing
think
out.
we should finish on this.
Yeah, let's finish on
this. As a great couple once said, listen, 9:05, I'm getting that meat pie. I'm getting two meat pies.
But now they don't have to get it at 9:05.
No,
they can get it at
Morrison's.
5:29.
Great.
Hey,
See that?
hey, see what we did
Failure's a
there.
bruise, not a tattoo. I'm going now.
Or a scar.
No.
So thank you very much for listening to episode 8. Obviously, feel free to give us any feedback because we do actually listen. And hey, who knows? You might be on episode 9 and we might be taking the absolute mickey out of you. So yeah, obviously stay tuned to our social medias for any other sort of stuff that we've got coming up. Obviously, that's all just at LFLS podcast, and that's obviously Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and yeah, we've got YouTube and an iTunes to subscribe to. So yeah, thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you on episode 9. Goodbye.
Goodbye.